Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, in a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka, give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Fires on the run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Pittsburgh's offense has the ball for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great match.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Pitt pushing the pace.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you could see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This Pitt offense has been quick playmaking on this drive.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
Leaves it with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Absolutely perfect.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Stark. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernian schools, and because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to.
Now on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Got the back over the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
And he'll be brought down.
I'm just trying to find ways to make it extra yards, right? I just get a couple extra in the red zone, and then I get that touchdown that I'm searching for. So I like it. It wasn't ultra productive, but it's a good way to get positive yards.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to be able to make them one-on-one, to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Dances away. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
At the 25-yard line. Number 10, on to punt it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He gets a block. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw. It's Stark. Working the middle. It's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Shotgun snap on third down. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made after the first down.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, no! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Working the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Right back to the line. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket, and that time he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Delivers the contact. Touchdown, Panthers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking for room. It's Washington. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. They'll try to run for it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Trying play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Here comes the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. And he missed it. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. First down here for the offense. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Trucks through the defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He is smashing people. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On second down, he's looking downfield. Pressure coming. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's back to throw on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Split backs here. To the air, it's Stark. He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many.
He's got it on the right. Open runway ahead. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Pitt pushing the base. On second down, looking again to throw. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Using his legs, it's Washington. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Works the middle of the field. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. 2nd interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? Look good.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's reverse. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep. 1st and touchdown Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida State, 35.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. 1st down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. You just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, This drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown.
Touchdown, no! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Florida State 42, Kttn.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Lets it fly. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Florida State. And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this.
Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable with that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Flushed out of the pocket. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The offense set for a 1st down play. Takes the handoff. It's good. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They'll leave it with him. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles. And the stomping has commenced. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Arkansas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Coming after him. Keeps looking downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll just down it right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quickly complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they sniff that draw out. When draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Running to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Toss sweep to the right. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Noles are moving quickly down the field. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Sawyer. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sawyer. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, no! And the pummeling has started. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
63, Kttn.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
3rd down play from the gun. Floating away. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find it.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire. And that linebacker showed that there.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. This is a designed run. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. And the Noles send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
It's caught downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At the 35, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged.